Kill yourself. The fuck? Please kill yourself.
Hello, and welcome to Why Drama Alert Isn't News. In this multi-part series, I will be examining the mistakes and the instances where Drama Alert acts outside of journalistic ethics. I hope you enjoy, and let's begin. Here is something a journalist shouldn't do. Blackmail. That's right. I think it's pretty clear that journalists should not blackmail people. I also think it's pretty clear that if a journalist receives good evidence, that they should report it. Call me fucking crazy for believing these things, but I think this is something that should be done if you take on the role and responsibility of being a journalist, whether you cover video games, movies, YouTube drama, or terrorism. Again, I don't think you should be blackmailing people and withhold evidence to the public that you think is legitimate. But of course, Drama Alert does not abide by any sort of ethical standards, and would not even dream of abiding by any sort of ethical standards because it would completely ruin the company and the gig that they have currently going on. So let's look at one particular case of Keemstar both blackmailing Pyrocynical and potentially being very selective with what he chooses to report. I don't know his motivations. I cannot pretend to know his motivations. But what I do know is that he blackmailed Pyrocynical and he deleted these tweets. Keemstar, I think you should know this by now. You've been on YouTube long enough. The internet never forgets. There is always someone that's going to archive something incriminating that you do. The internet does not forget, and I have not forgotten, and I'm going to make sure people remember that you blackmailed Pyrocynical, because I think it's something that really speaks to the accountability of your organization and to your own personal character, Keemstar. I'm going to do my very best right now to summarize the video that Pyrocynical put up that caused Keemstar to blackmail him.
Alright guys, so I'm making this video about Keemstar. I have nothing against the guy. All I'm saying is that maybe Keemstar should put a disclaimer on his videos so then people don't massively hate on the guy that they are reporting about, so we don't have to have another 62-year-old man cry again.
And this disclaimer that Pyrocynical talked about was a specific disclaimer that he wanted Keemstar to put either at the beginning or end or in the description of his video. A specific disclaimer talking about, hey, just because I report on someone, please do not attack on them, which I think sounds pretty reasonable. But Keemstar, man, the guy took it like a fucking champ.
When I make a video, I'll notice that a lot of hate is spread to the person I'm talking about, which I really don't like.
When he makes a video talking shit about somebody, roasting someone, fucking putting them down, picking on them, laughing about them, alright, when he makes a video about it, he doesn't like when his fans do the same thing. He doesn't like his fans going over there and roasting them, attacking them, picking on them, laughing at them. It's okay for him to do it, but it's not okay for his fans to do it. What kind of fucking logic is that?
Because I'm a person who in general likes evidence, let's actually look at what Pyro disclaimer says. Now, I think Keemstar lacks an understanding of semantics here. A disclaimer is not telling someone not to do something, it's requesting that they do something. It's encouraging them not to do something. You cannot dictate what other people do, but it is a suggestion, it is a request, it is just an asking of someone else to behave in a certain way. If you actually look at his disclaimer, it says it doesn't have these solid affirmative words, it has these suggestive words. Is it really that hard to put some shit in your disclaimer? I mean, what do you currently have in your disclaimer? Self-promotion and advertisements for companies? You have plenty of room in your description to put something that's actually useful. Why don't you do it? And look, is Pyrocynical's video perfect? No, he does get stuff wrong.
But honestly, in my opinion, what I think Keem should have done in that video is gave some kind of disclaimer that these are allegations.
What? Give some type of disclaimer that these are allegations. What the fuck are we dealing with? Pyrocynical is stupid. He's a stupid, retarded, dumb motherfucker.
And you shouldn't be going and flaming on Toby's channel. Now obviously this isn't required for Keem to do this, you know, he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, but it would definitely...
I already did it! Toby Turner, rape allegations. Hashtag Drumler. It's not hidden in the fucking description. It is the fucking title. It's the goddamn title. It's the fucking title of the video.
And could you view Pyrocynical as a bit of a hypocrite? Maybe. I think he's well within his right to make fun of people, and that is his job, that is his income, that is his living, as opposed to other people who don't make a living off of this and which just go blindly hate on people, and maybe even genuinely blindly hate on people. You know, Pyrocynical's goal is to entertain, not to bring down other people, and maybe in the process of entertaining he does bring down other people, but again, that's a very subjective thing. That's a person by person basis, and he cannot prevent every individual that he makes fun of being offended. But what he can try to withhold is his fans going and making those individuals feel worse about the content they released on the internet. Now that I have my summary and opinions on the situation out of the way, let's get into the actual blackmailing itself.
Pyro, do you remember those YouTubers that you used to be friends with before you blew up and like fucked them off? You know how they've been contacting me saying that you've been dating some like 14-year-old French girl and shit? Just please swing at me. If you're gonna swing at me, dude. Let me know, because I got a fucking files on top of files to swing back at.
That's right, guys. Keemstar is using these supposed files as a bargaining chip to make sure that Pyrocynical doesn't say anything negative about him. He is trying to, or at least in my opinion, trying to silence Pyrocynical by holding these allegations against him. I mean, do I even have to explain why that is fucked up to begin with? I don't think I should. So, absolutely no YouTubers are named, and absolutely no files are shown, so there's no evidence of this, so I highly doubt this claim until there's some evidence backing it. But let's just say there are these files. Let's just say there's really a Pyrocynical with a 14-year-old girl. Let's just say this scenario is real. Then you're being really fucking selective with your news, because you have reported on people with even less information. So you're telling me that you're not going to report a pedophile case that you have filed and files of? Why wouldn't you? You're the news. You shouldn't be biased in who you report on. If there is a scenario, you should report on it. You should be reporting this evidence if you have it.
These YouTubers contact me, tell me Pyro's dating some fucking 14 or 13-year-old girl from France, right? I hit up Pyro in the DMs, I'm like, is this true? He says it's not true. He gives me some stuff, alright? And I don't run the story.
Okay, here's the thing. If Pyrocynical showed you enough evidence to disprove these allegations, why are you publicly talking about them? That's fucking slander. In your first tweet, all you say is that there's allegations against this guy, and you don't say anything else besides that. You just throw these allegations out there. Then you throw these allegations out there a second time, said he showed you some stuff. You didn't make clear what this stuff was that he showed you. You're just like, oh, he showed me some stuff, so I didn't run it. But then you kind of are running it in a sense. You are telling the public on your Twitter that, hey, look, this Pyrocynical guy might be dating some 14-year-old. He showed me some stuff that might have disproved it, but it's still out there. I'm letting everyone know. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? If he disproved it with you in a DM exchanged, then why did you let out these allegations in the fucking first place? That is slander, you motherfucking moron. And let's just say that this DM exchange between Pyrocynical and Keemstar happened after the first set of allegations were released. Shouldn't you publicly apologize and say, hey, these allegations weren't true. I am sorry if Pyrocynical received any hatred due to the allegations I released publicly on my Twitter.
Hi guys, I got a pretty sweet deal for you today. I'm gonna have you on my show and give you a big sub boost. I'm gonna promote your Twitter. I'm gonna help you out with any problems you have on your YouTube channel. All you have to do in return is not upload videos attacking me without talking to me first. If you think this is a fair deal and you want it, retweet. Pyro didn't.
That's right, guys. If I help you out with something, you must pledge your undying loyalty to me and never call me out publicly on my bullshit. fuck you, man. Dude, people don't have to abide by that. If they want to talk to you first, that's perfectly fine and perfectly reasonable and understandable. I think, has its good principle, but no one has to confront you first when they want to talk about you. People can make up their own decisions. You shouldn't force people on how they should talk about you. If someone says something that's a flat out lie, of course they should be held accountable. Of course. If it's a flat out damaging lie, of course they should be held accountable. I don't care if it's something that's been said about Keemstar or about Futuristic Hub or any other YouTube asshole I don't like. However, you should not dictate to people how they decide to talk about their opinions. I'm sorry, bud, that's not how it works. Here is the other thing. A news organization shouldn't be trying to cut deals, getting people to not talk about their organization in a negative light. This should not be something done by a proper news organization. But it seems here that Drama Alert is happy to go about this sort of process. And to all those who say, well, Keemstar's Twitter is a separate entity from Drama Alert, I think Chosen explains really well why that isn't the case.
Keemstar, who is supposed to be the unbiased middleman, goes on the fucking Drama Alert Twitter, and for all those that tell me that that is not the Drama Alert Twitter that is verified as a news outlet, then tell me what is. But Keemstar goes and gives his 2 cents on it, regularly having Twitter rants about it, constantly picking fights with people that don't agree with him, creating more drama in the process, which basically makes the circle of life for Drama Alert, because with any of that drama that Keem picks with anyone, he could easily make more Drama Alert videos out of it.
No matter what, whether these allegations are true and or false, Drama Alert has done something wrong, whether that is slander, blackmail, releasing false rape allegations, or being selective with their reporting. This is not the first and only situation where Drama Alert has blackmailed other individuals, potentially to silence them. One of the only good things to come out of this situation is hearing a man who at least has to be double my age struggling to pronounce the word giraffe.
This fucking furry that goes to furry conventions to get fucked in the ass by a 40-year-old fucking giraffe man, Pyrocynical.
But then, of course, Keemstar has to ruin a good moment by repeating the joke I counted at least 10 times. It has to be double-digit times that he says this same sort of furry joke with Pyrocynical.
This fuckboy furry that goes to furry conventions that gets fucked by 40-year-old men in giraffe suits in the ass, alright? And we got this fucking motherfucking 18-year-old furry motherfucker who goes to furry conventions to get fucked in the ass by 40-year-old giraffe suit wearing fucking gay dudes, alright?
Let's get back to the point of this whole thing. I want everyone to look at the sources I have in the description and decide for yourself if you feel Pyrocynical deserved to have sex offender allegations thrown out about him to the public, if he deserved to be blackmailed to the public. I understand Keemstar having his opinion and projecting his opinion about the Pyrocynical video. Of course, he has his right to do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But I think most people can see how there are issues with throwing out sex offender allegations into the public, how that could easily damage someone's reputation. And I understand that Keemstar deleted these tweets. However, the fact that these tweets were even up in the first place is very troubling to me, and again speaks to the nature of the organization that is Drama Alert.
99.9999999% of everything we upload is factual.
That's a bigger joke than my dick size. Oh wait, I just made fun of myself. Shit.